Good morning, welcome back to ExpatCrib, and today we are on the edge of Oriente. We are up by Indiana Mall. We are at the gateway to Medellin and the gateway to Oriente. At the top of the hill, we're actually in Envigado, which is the area at the top of Medellin. So we are going to go on a little walk today. I'm going to take you from here to the edge of Medellin. But again, this is the gateway to Oriente up here. It's actually the old route from the airport to the city of Medellin, and you go through Envigado to get to Medellin. But up here, there's some beautiful apartments. There's amazing facilities. There's 2 shopping malls up here. For the people that like cooler weather, this might be the place to come to. So, let's go. We are at the top of Indiana Mall here, and as you can see, there's a beautiful new building there with Action Black Gym. Okay, the gym is located in that building right there. Up here, it's a fairly affluent area. Okay, at the top of Medellin, actually Envigado. But this area up here has a lot of facilities. Right there, you've got another sports club called Arena. And I believe they have pickleball there and other different courts. So yeah, beautiful area up here. The weather's fresher, and this is mountain life up here. So Indiana Mall again is I guess it would be a neighborhood or suburb of Envigado, and Envigado is huge. But a lot of people think when they're coming into Medellin, they are at the top of the hill, and that's Medellin, but it's actually Envigado. There's a borderline about, I would say, a quarter of the way down the hill where Medellin proper comes into play. So we're going to walk, like I said, to see this area up here. It's an area I used to, when I came here years ago, we used to come up from the airport this way, but a lot of people come through the tunnel now. So, and just around the corner there is Indiana Mall. So there's a lot of shopping, restaurants, and services up here. It's a great municipality, like I said, if you're looking for fresher weather. It gets cooler at night. You need that down comforter. And all around this area, like you see over here, there's some beautiful apartment buildings. We had one listed there about a year ago, I think. Maybe a year and a half. If I can find it, I'll pull it up. So here's another plaza right here. And I believe that company, Mall, is a marketing company. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. And they are problem solvers. Mall is reversed, as you can see. It's problem backwards. But again, they're problem solvers, and I believe it's a marketing company. And again, you've got a plaza right there that's just been built in the last 2 years. It's a little business plaza. I love the nature up there. You can see these beautiful birds right here. People love their motorcycles here and their bikes. So I believe here there's also a small university. Siepa. We're going to keep heading down the hill here and hit Indiana Mall. Again, beautiful apartments up there. It's a great location for nature lovers, but you're still surrounded here by different restaurants and plazas and malls. Right over there you have a gated community. And then up there, Swiss Living Suites. That's that apartment building right there. As I said, we had a unit over there about a year and a half ago. So everyone coming from this route right here is going through a toll road, and it's the same thing. When you go down here, there's a roundabout, and then you turn, you go to El Retiro, where I live, and then La Ceja. There's also a toll road that way also. So as you can see here, there's not much of a shoulder. The lengths I go through to get videos for everyone. That's Colombia. You have to really take care here. Things are getting better. There's sidewalks going into a lot of places here. It's very biker friendly here, but not as much pedestrian friendly. But that's changing over time. So we're just about to approach Indiana Mall here. And as I said, in and around this area here, it's surrounded by a lot of hidden apartment complexes. Over that way there's a really beautiful subdivision. And as you can see up on the hill here, a lot of traditional housing mixed around more, I would say, luxury subdivisions up and over the hill there. So, but again, look at here. Love, love, love the nature in this area. All right, so here we are, Indiana Mall. There's actually two major malls in this area. One is Indiana Mall, and then there's one just over the ridge that we will see on our way to the edge of Medellin. So again, you've got major grocery store here, Éxito. It's kind of crazy here. A lot of the security guys here are wanting you to check in, even though I'm just walking in the parking lot showing everyone. So things are getting a little bit restrictive, but I can tell you up in this mall here, there's a drugstore, there's restaurants over this way, Parmesano up there. So there's lots to see here as far as shopping, bakeries, cafes, everything that you may want in this area. So this is the roundabout that takes you here to Medellin, or the old route to the airport that way, or over that way to El Retiro, Llano Grande, and La Ceja. Again, one last look there at Indiana Mall. And there we go. On our way to Medellin. I've always wanted to walk this. I've probably driven through here 1,000 times in 15 years. But I've never walked up to the top here. So you're joining me for the adventure today. So I think when I first came here, Indiana Mall was just being built. But traditionally you had restaurants along the side of the road here heading towards the airport. Those have been there for many, many years. This is kind of funny. I'm not quite understanding. We're actually in Envigado, technically. Though I think maybe they're talking to the center of the city of Envigado, 20 kilometers. And Medellin's only like, I think maybe 2 or 3 kilometers from here. So, not understanding the sign. So right here you have the entrance to Indiana Mall. So if you come by car, and again, big sign up there. And along here you've got more traditional housing being surrounded by more exclusive communities in the last few years. So I love making these videos because I get my 10,000 steps in. And one of the things, my mission is helping people find, again, their happy place abroad. For me, it's been Medellin for quite a few years. For other people, it could be Thailand, Portugal, Spain, Italy. But one of the great things about Medellin is it's so close to the US. It's a 3-hour flight to Miami. So just a hop, skip, and a jump away for a lot of people. So I'll make sure to put chapters in like I usually do, so you can skip ahead for the maybe boring road part here, but I will be sure to put chapters in as I usually do for these walking videos, so you can skip ahead. And remember, if you have any questions or comments, make sure to leave them in the comment section. Again, in this video here, we're literally showing you the gateway to Oriente. So we may have some more series in our series of Oriente videos, but they may come after some other videos I have planned over the next little while, just so you know. But I'll make sure that they're all bookmarked. This is one video I always wanted to do. Never walked this area. There's a blue bus to Retiro that you can catch at Mall San Diego, or up the hill at Plaza, or where I always go is San Carbon. I catch the bus there. Again, you can see very diverse areas here. So traditional homes have been here for a long time, and just up there, one of the most exclusive subdivisions in Envigado. Right up that way. That's Colombia. I gotta remember never to use the word S-T-O-P. Cuts off my camera. And just so you guys know, for a lot of the walking tours, I use a DJI Action 5 Pro. It's a really good camera. I love using this camera. Very stable. I should be able to block out a lot of the noise, but I really wanted you guys to see the entrance to Medellin here. What I love is a lot of these little places where you can just stop and buy flowers. This is a new road that's just gone in. Beautiful subdivisions back this way. And again, as you can see across the road there in Lamont, they put in a beautiful shopping plaza with everything from crepes and waffles, Harley Davidson, Polaris. It's a motorcycle dealership, obviously. You've got Chef Burger down there, Criminal Taqueria, and so many more restaurants over that way. Gonna cross over here so you get a better look at this plaza. So again, Tierra Negro is a nursery, really popular place to get trees, shrubs, flowers, everything for the garden. You've got an Asian food place right here, crepes and waffles. As I said, criminal taqueria, chef burger. And then you've got your Harley Davidson dealership right there. We're gonna keep moving. I believe in this area over this way, you also have a BMW dealership. Let's take a walk through this plaza. Again, as I said in another video, BYD. These little seagulls are becoming very popular here, fully electric. So this is the entrada to Lamont. Right over there you've got the restaurant Bastardo. Let's take a cruise through here. Let's take a look at the menu. Looks like a sales center right here. I'll have to come by another day. Drugstore, paint store. Then you have a number of restaurants in here too, and persimmon for ice cream. It looks like everything's just opening up here. We're just after 11 in the morning here, just so you guys know. But Casa, it's a really good restaurant actually. Oh, looks like a sauna and jacuzzi place here. Again, some high-end stores up here. Weber barbecues. Beautiful lighting store. And I never actually walked through this mall fully. It's really nice. Ambiente is a furniture store here that's also in Tesoro Mall. This Licorice is a liquor store, also very popular in Medellin. Health food store. It's like a bakery cafe here. pharmacy, everything you need in this area. Guess there's the central offices for this building. There's also residential up in this building too. So if you want a place where you don't have to walk much, and you've got everything down below, it's right up here. They have apartments just above. Beautiful. All right, that's it. That's Lamont. Let's make our way to the top of the hill now. So right now we're literally at the crest of the hill. This is still in Envigado, but it's on the way down the hill to Medellin, where I first fell in love with this city. Let's keep going. So we are at Alto de Las Palmas in this area, again at the crest of the hill. But just before we go down, this is actually the first shopping plaza. There's actually three distinct shopping plazas here. There's Viva, and then Lamont just over there, and then Indiana Mall just down the road that way. But let's take a quick look at the top of the hill here at Viva. Again, Viva is a brand of shopping malls in the area. Again, they've got a lot of different things here. They often do biking events up here. So right over there, we started the video right in front of an Action Black gym right there. Where we started the video. And then right through here, we don't have to go all the way through, keep the video shorter, but you've got a Frisbee chicken place here. You've got a string of really nice restaurants over here. And then you've got the major grocery store, Caruja, right there. All right, so let's keep going down the hill. So we can finally see the city of Medellin from Envigado. All right, we're going to cross over here. Again, I'll keep to the shoulder here. But again, as I said, I always wanted to do this walk. One day, I'll walk it all the way down the hill. On Sundays, they have ciclovia on that side there. So you can actually walk up the hill from the city, or bike, if you like. But ciclovia is every Sunday in the city of Medellin. And parts of, I believe in parts of Envigado also. My Retiro bus. That's the one to La Ceja right there, just so you guys know. Can't believe I'm finally doing this. But for many of you that are watching these videos, you've been down here 100 times also. But it's the first time I've walked it. Look at, there's trucks older than me here. That's old. There's 70-year-old trucks here that are still running. Because the people here are so amazing at fixing things rather than throwing them out. Again, another old vehicle. Again, super famous for biking here. Colombia's Mecca for biking. Again, they've had world champions come from here. All right, so we're just on our way down. Again, as I said before, I'll put in chapter markers so you guys can skip ahead if you want. When I first came to the city, I couldn't believe how big this hill is. And now I travel it like 3 times a week. And some people run it daily. Just starting to see the edge of the city here. Another really nice subdivision just up this way. All right, narrows a little bit here, so I'm gonna navigate my way through. Luckily, looks like there's a bit of a sidewalk here. They're thinking of people on their feet. Actually didn't know this was here. Look at the lush vegetation. Everywhere you go here in Colombia. I got a bit of shoulder here, not much. So I first came here in 2010, and just as I went around that corner there, it was actually night, but I remember seeing all the city lights, and it's like, and I could just feel the weather here. The weather here is amazing, and opened the window to the van that I was in and looked down over the city, and I said, I'm gonna live here. And I believe it was 2 years later, 2012, I basically moved my way here, and I've been here for 15 years now. When I first moved to the city of Medellin, it was the city of eternal spring. It was amazing weather all the time. Still is. I mean, people like a little warmer weather. Never as hot as Miami or places like that, or Cancun. But over the last 10 years, it's gotten a lot warmer in the city. I think that's increased car traffic, different things like that. So a few years ago, I decided to move out of the city, and the town of Retiro is what Medellin was 15 years ago, the eternal spring pueblo. So I prefer the weather there. You're looking at 24, 25 in the daytime, down to 15 Celsius at night. Just the perfect weather for me. Here we are, right at the edge of the city. I'm just gonna walk right around, and a lot of people remember this little restaurant just as you get to the edge here, but let's walk over to the edge to see. the hallelujah moment. Right there. When I first came down over that hill right there. Again, this was all forested. And I could see the city lights, and that's when I fell in love with the city. But as you can see right now, they've caught on to vistas and views here, and they're building restaurants along the edge here and different things to take advantage of the view. But yeah, 15 years ago when I came to the city, that's the view that I saw, and I fell in love. All right, let's keep going. Get to the very edge. Again, if you're coming the old way from the airport, this would be a great place here to sit down, have a beer or Coca-Cola or a coffee. You know what? I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to sit here and grab a Coca-Cola. So this is the view that I fell in love with 15 years ago. And by the way, in this video, I've been referring to this area as Indiana Mall area. This is actually Alto de Las Palmas up here. Okay, just so we don't get confused. Again, I'm probably the confused one here. Everyone knows that this is Alto de Las Palmas. So, hope you've enjoyed this short walking tour of Alto de Las Palmas. This is Ian from ExpatCrib, and enjoy the view.